Hey YouTube, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. This is Thomas with Mr. Fix-All Home and Garden out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Coming at you. Okay, let me give you a bunch of information because I've got a lot going on that I haven't done a video on, and I need to get kind of everything in. Alright, so bear with me. Hey guys, how you doing? Thomas, Mr. Fix-All Home and Garden out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay, number one, my internet's down at the house, okay? So I haven't been responding to anybody comments or anything, and I know I've got a bunch of subscribers. I do have an iPhone. I mean, I can see what's going on. Problem is, with my home computer, it's got all my passwords and all that, and I just don't want to deal with the iPhone trying to upload or download it or anything like that. So, or try to post any comments. It's just, and the phone's too small, my hands are too big, so I just waited. But anyway, I searched around for a long time trying to find a deal on a new internet carrier. And let me tell you something, that was very frustrating to me because I had Sprint for a long time and I had a mobile, mobile internet box. And while they discontinued it, they pulled all the remotes and their modems off their, from their kiosks, and they sent them back to some centralized location. Well, anyway, I was searching around, and I'm not going to turn this into a, internet video. I'm going to tell you about my construction project here at the small house. That's more important than worrying about the internet. But just letting you know, for the last week I've been down. No internet, no nothing. So anyway, I got Time Warner Cable, just business class, just strictly the the internet service, and for $65 a month. And they have like 20 gigs, 20 MBs of RAM or whatever it is, or megabytes of memory that, it's very fast upload, download. So hopefully my YouTube videos will be able to upload a lot faster than they normally would under my old Sprint account. But anyway, let me show you what I've been doing, because it's been raining here for the last 3 days and it's been miserable. I mean, nothing but rain in North Carolina. So, like I always tell you, if it rains for me, it's a day off. So, guess what I've been doing? Well, I've been building on the little house. Let me give you the tour. Okay. First thing, I'm going to just show you outside. Everything is wet. Prowler's wet. Field is wet. Barn down there. Just wet. Skies are gloomy. It's just last month and a half. The weather here has been terrible. Of course, I got a nice big old mud pit right here, right in front of the tiny house. And of course, the deck and everything's over there. But I'm going to rebuild this whole entire area. This is going to be the new courtyard, but that's going to be a couple months down the road. Anyway, let's get back to the tiny house. Okay. The project I didn't complete was the floor, the subfloor. So I had just that whole corner over there that needed to be put in. So I went ahead and put a subfloor in, got all that buttoned up. Okay, the next thing I did is put this reflective solar insulation up. It's 3/4 of an inch thick, and what this wall is going to be, really, this is going to be kind of my power in, power out, plumbing in, plumbing out area. And I built me a little kitchen over here. Just brought in enough to organize, built just enough to create me a little workspace and an overhead storage for my MREs and all my kitchen supplies. And I'm running candle power, plus I've got my little 4-way outlet right there running all my accessories. Of course, that's hooked up to the generator and to the Connex. And of course, candle power, my little pad and heater. And but anyway, all right, so I put that up, and this wall, like I said, this is going to be for future construction, so I'm not going to insulate it, standard R13, and put up any sheetrock. But there's this new product out at Lowe's called Purple Board, and that's the sheetrock here that's water and mold resistance. And I know it's really tough to see it in this kind of dim lighting. I'm doing the best I can with the available light I have. But what I've been doing also too is supporting the walls too, because all these measurements here, these boards here, from that board to that board is 21 inches. So it's not built to a regular residential standard 16 on center. Those are basically 21. So it was perfect because the insulation is exactly 22. So that was perfect width. And that's the R13 pink Eco Touch. And then that's the Purple Board right there, the newest product at Lowe's. And of course, again, water and mold resistant, which I want. Okay, so then I started bracing all the wall studs, And I put these boards in there only to tie into them, because basically this is where the stud is right here, so there's an overlap. And once I put this cross bracing there, it'll add rigidity. And as you can see, the seams, they came out straight and flat, no problems. I know you can barely see it, but you know, it just came out good. And that's along the whole wall there. And I've had to organize my little work area, because now that I'm getting more stuff in here, I organized all that. And I've been in here for the last 2 days. I'm on my 3rd day, and there's the R13. But just getting all my lumber organized. Now, here's the deal with this situation. Now, I always look at cost and what it takes me to build something like this, okay? Now, as you guys know, I bought the building for $2,500, okay? And then it cost me $1,000 to bring it out here. The building's original retail strip, you know, just the framework, the roof, not the vinyl siding. The vinyl siding was put on for free by the first owner, so that was actually a freebie for me, and that's about a $1,300 value. These buildings, brand new, are $79.95 without vinyl siding on the outside, just basically a shell. The OSB board, the framework, the roof, the shingles, the door, and a floor. So basically, that's basically how they build these things. Now, but this is a large building. This is a 14 by 28, which is way oversized. Square dimensions in here is 400 square feet. So you got an original $7,000 to $8,000 original cost just to buy the shell of the building, okay? Then you got to put up all this interior. So just for the subfloor, now the subfloor, remember what I told you I did, is the original 3/4 board, and then I put the asphalt, roofing asphalt paper down for a vapor barrier, and then I put another 1/2 inch solar board on top of the subfloor. So that gives me 1 1/4 inch of thickness on the floor. So that's pretty thick floor, and it's insulated. And the way I'm doing these walls, it's heavily insulated. You know, I'll eventually insulate all that over there, but that's pretty good insulation all by itself, just standing there. All that solar insulation, that's 3/4 inches thick right there. And of course the R13, and then a new, the new purple board. So that's pretty good start. Then I got to, of course, deal with the ceiling. And I think I'm going to go with a wood ceiling and then just put insulation up there, because the ceiling has to breathe. It's got to ventilate, or else it just causes a lot of problem, collects moisture. But as you can see, the starts of the new house. I'm bringing a bunch of stuff in, getting things built, getting things organized, and I stay in here 8 hours at a stretch, no problem. So it's been cool. But all right, the cost factor. Okay, now so far, to button up the entire floor and to button up the walls with the insulation, the sheetrock, the screws, the extra lumber, you know, just all the basic stuff, it cost me right around, in realistic terms, probably with my military discount, because I get 10% on top of that, it would have cost me about $1,700, and you know, I can get it at my cost for right at about $1,325. So that's the insulation, the sheetrock, the fiber, I mean the solar insulation, the paper for the floor, all the solar board that went to the floor, 400 square foot, and enclosing 400 square foot. So floor and walls, about $1,300. That's pretty good, I think. That's pretty economical. That's getting it right down to the low end of what you know, material costs. And of course, I didn't say anything about labor, because it's basically, I've been in here 3 days. I'll button this thing up tonight and have walls finished. Well, you know, if I was charging labor for this, it'd be a $1,500 job easily, and then the floor would have been another $500. You know, so you know, about $1,800 to $1,900 worth of labor just to do this. So I'm obviously providing my own labor. Well, anyway, guys, thank you to all my subscribers. I'm way over 600. I'm approaching 100,000 views, and I appreciate that. It's all because of you guys. And apparently a lot of people love my videos, and they get the message, and they see what kind of work I do, and the direction of my channel is going in, and everybody's liking the message. And I hope you guys continue to like my message, and I'll give you guys positive information as I go. This again, Thomas with Mr. Fix-All Home and Garden out of Raleigh, North Carolina, signing out. You guys know what to do: subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on another clip. Have a great day.